My name is Aneke. I have a presentation on General Motors. General Motors Corporation, a US-based company, was established in September 6, 1908 by William Billy Durant. He started with only the Duke Motor Company, but expanded into chains of companies in a matter of years. Whereas the United States constitutes its primary customer and major source of revenue, there is encouraging revenue accrued from outside the country. The auto industry creates a lot of jobs opportunities to Americans and citizens of foreign countries where it operates. In fact, it is one of the major sources of labor employment in this country. The company plays vital roles in manufacturing industry, research development, and philanthropic support to communities across the country. GM, like every other auto manufacturer, is facing an increasing competition from home and abroad. But most challenging competition comes from foreign manufacturers who have competitive advantages over lower wages, health care, and fuel efficiency vehicles. General Motors has made elaborate efforts to narrow the gap between it and foreign competitors by investing huge amounts of resources in fuel efficiency vehicles, reducing the size of its vehicles to smaller cars, vehicles emission, and green manufacturing methods. Some of these new portable cars include GM Daewoo, Chevrolet Aveo, Chevrolet Equinox, Pontiac Saron, Saron Aura, Chevrolet Malibu. GM today offers many models with 30 miles per gallon, more than any other manufacturer in America. It is also the world leader in flex fuel technologies. Fuel flex technology is the fastest way for the United States to reduce its dependence on oil importation. Currently, the company is investing on hydrogen fuel technology, which will reduce automobile emissions in the atmosphere. However, in 2008, the unexpected economic recession took the manufacturing giant by surprise. GM was in economic quagmire to the point that it could not afford operating cash. In order to continue operation, the company had no choice but to seek for government bailout, otherwise known as Obama bailout. The United States government involvement in GM bailout made government to own some market shares and equally play indispensable roles in the administration of the company. Because of national and global depression, there was acute decline in auto sales and GM market share fell down. The rapid decline in GM financial arm made it extremely difficult to finance the sales of GM vehicles to both dealers and public, with the company's credit rating below 700. Getting loan from financial institutions become difficult. GM was not able to service its debt in a timely manner. General Motors employ 212,000 people and does business in more than 120 countries. In October 2015, General Motors' total sale of vehicles was 262,000, 993 with a market share of 18.1% against its competitors such as Ford Motor Company, which sold 213,105 vehicles with a market share of 14.7%. Chrysler 191,723 with a market share of 13.2%. Toyota Sales USA in charge sold 204,045 with a market share of 14%. American Honda Motors Company in charge sold 131,651 vehicles with a market share of 9%. In 2013 and 2014 respectively, General Motors sold 9.7 million vehicles to customers around the world. Currently, the United States holds the largest national market for General Motors, whereas China, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Germany come behind US for GM's largest market. GM Motors' vision is to be the world leader in transportation products. Its largest target market is China. The General Motors share value is significantly increasing in Chinese market and in few other countries. With the right decision and appropriate strategic plans, the company will maintain its lead in automobile market. General Motors has varieties of auto brands. This makes it possible for the auto giants to command large segments of brand markets ranging from Chevrolet, GMC, Cadillac, Buick, Pontiac, Hummer, Saab, Daewoo, and Opel. General Motors has subscribed with the satellite technology, and all General Motors vehicles have fitted with these technologies. This equipment tracks the vehicle at the time of emergency and theft. A General Motors and NASA working together about key technologies on humanoid. They are using advanced sensor and vision on this robot. This helps in accessing all space information from Earth. General Motors produce high quality products, and this has led it to a remarkable increase in its products demand. General Motors has experienced a reduction in liquidity to 14 billion in fiscal year 2008 from 27.3 billion in 2007. Losses were attributed to lower sales volume and reduction in working capital. In 2008, the GME segment accounted to 21.8% of total revenues, and its revenues decreased to 8.8% to 32,440 million. Other business segments experiencing decline in GMA, which fell to 23.9% to 82,938 million, and GMAP, which stood at 12,477 million for fiscal year, a decline of 15%. General Motors has been in world market for over 100 years, but still use outdated equipment in its operation. This reduced her chances of competing both effectively and efficiently. General Motors is far behind her competitors in terms of manufacturing substitute energy vehicles. General Motors does not have a good relationship with its employees. There is communication gap between the top and bottom employees. General Motors credit level has been at low rating for years. General Motors produce low quality products when compared to other competitors due to its financial condition. General Motors marketing strategy is almost a failure because it never considered the foreign environment while introducing changes to target market. There are positive projects for China and India. China is a developing market, and as the second largest economy in the world, the sky is the limit for General Motors to market its products. India is also another growing economy, which will be attractive market for General Motors products. There is increase in demand for truck in global markets since the price of oil went down. The market's volume is expected to rise and will witness a steady growth for a long period. The light commercial vehicle segment was the market's largest demand for the past years. Since General Motors is lagging behind in market in terms of substitute hybrid vehicles, it should make production of fuel efficiency hybrid technology a priority. Hybrid technology is still at its introduction stage in the market. If General Motors can utilize this opportunity, this will push the company forward to take its leadership position in global economy. General Motors should consolidate its stronghold in US market and also expand its business tentacle to global market as well. General Motors should introduce lucrative marketing strategies that would attract customers, such as low interest rates and advanced technologies. GM should embark on continuous innovation of its products based on customers' needs and competition. During and after the economic recession of 2008, consumers became more conscious of their spendings. Many people now prefer fuel high efficiency small vehicles to big trucks, which was General Motors' dominant profitable business. General Motors has lost its leadership role in auto industry to more formidable competitors such as Toyota and Volkswagen due to its inefficiency in innovating hybrid technology. Because of instability in fuel prices, General Motors is losing market share to competitors who excel in fuel efficiency vehicles. One of the greatest problems facing General Motors is the payment of employees' pension benefits on maturity. The company's inability to meet up its responsibilities to retired employees could be attributed to loss of leadership role and diminishing profit. General Motors' health allowance scheme met a dead point when it found the program difficult to maintain because of high increase in prescription drugs and doctors' fees. General Motors' target market is now China. The company's vehicle sales in China has surpassed its sales in home market, the United States. General Motors and its Chinese joint venture partners saw vehicles surge by 10.6% during the first half of 2013 to nearly 1.6 million, an all-time record that positions it as the booming Asian nation's second largest automobile manufacturer. By comparison, it sold more than 1.4 million vehicles in the United States within the same time period. The strong demand for vehicles across China could be classified into mid-size, upper medium, luxury and SUV segments. The demand for GM's passenger cars and commercial within vehicle in China will remain the company's largest for some time, despite other competitors such as Ford and Chrysler. GM has 12 joint ventures, 2 wholly owned foreign enterprises, and more than 55,000 employees in China. Passenger cars and commercial vehicles are sold under the Baojun, Buick, Cadillac, Chevrolet, Japan, Opel. Still targeting Asian market, in 2013, GM built a 150 million plant in Indonesia, which has annual capacity of 40,000 vehicles. General Motors Cadillac brand was the market leader in luxury market segment in US back in 1997, but its German counterpart has since taken over. General Motors' focus is to restore the brand glory of the company to what it was in the past. In this respect, the auto giant had set goals in place that will put the interests of customers at the centers of automakers' strategic planning. In pursuit of this, GM has decided to make Cadillac a separate business unit and move its headquarters to New York. Most of its design and engineering still remain in Michigan, and vehicle production remains unaffected. The company has decided that its future sales will be primarily products that are new and refreshed. General Motors estimated that its sales of vehicles will rise to 38% in 2016 and 17 respectively, and then up to 47% in 2019, based on the automakers' plans to introduce new vehicle-to-vehicle connectivities. in its 2017 Cadillac CTS, as well as automated driving technology called Super Cruise in another 2017 model year Cadillac. General Motors has developed new aluminum and steel materials for the bodies of its cars. Combined with painted welding techniques, the new vehicle bodies are more lightweighted and use 20% fewer parts. General Motors use dealers in marketing their vehicles, products, and aftermarket distributors for their spare parts. Recently, GM created National Return Center that receives and processes returned parts from GM dealership and warehouse distributors. In US alone, GM has a total of 6,201 dealers, but the company is aiming to close 2,600 of them in their new restructuring business plan to decrease costs and increase profitability and customer satisfaction. General Motors use several methods in promoting their products, including the use of dealer, retail, and fleet incentives such as customer rebates and finance support. Retail sales are cyclical, and market for vehicles depends on general economic conditions, credit availability, and customer spending. General Motors promote their products in several ways, including advertising, radio, television, print, electronic, word of mouth, spokespeople through endorsement, public relations, sales promotions, and sports or cultural events. General Motors, like other car companies, do not sell directly to end users. They sell to dealers. General Motors sponsors sporting or cultural events where its brand products can be positioned at conspicuous places to attract attention. General Motors has consolidated and grown its global production firm for the past centuries. The company has positioned itself as industry leader by offering different products line under different divisions of parent company. This strategy has given the company the opportunity to diversify its customer base, offering a wide range of automobiles from cars to vans and trucks, as well as amenities and a host of other options that enable the company to differentiate its products from other rivals. The wide range of offering is a competitive advantage and differentiation style which General Motors has over its competitors. These afford General Motors to enjoy economies of scale, which is not available to its competitors. General Motors brand product has universal acceptability and are desired by many consumers. Through constant innovations, General Motors has succeeded in maintaining brand association in the minds of customers. Its brand auto products such as Buick, Cadillac, GMC, Chevrolet, Isuzu, and other, and so on, are household talks. General Motors, in its efforts to remain competitive, has embarked on aggressive design to overcome the perceived inferior quality and reliability of its brand products against its competitors, especially the foreign companies such as Toyota, Honda, and Nissan. In order for General Motors to remain competitive and reclaim its premier position as the leader of global auto industry, it must pursue aggressive, innovative measures, especially in information system and information technology, that will enhance its both production and marketing strategies. To stay competitive, General Motors must adopt a strong competitive strategy and must differentiate its products and consolidate the global distribution network. Accomplishing this will raise entry barriers and lower its costs, which will preserve current automotive manufacturers' market share, profitability, and consumer satisfaction. More importantly, General Motors should focus and consolidate on its most successful existing products and markets while embarking on a new measures to expand its marketing opportunities. These sources were used to this presentation.